Welcome back to my channel. Today we're continuing Genshin Impact. So, we are currently doing in the version of Genesis. So, Interlude Chapter Act 3, A Dance of Destruction. We need to go talk to Ame Noma Togo. Few things. First of all, I do have the Tatara Tales here, and the next step is again to go talk to Xavier. Someone was saying in the comments that there has been a new update where these blocks no longer happen because you can choose which quest takes priority. But I don't know if that applies to old quests as well, so I'm not sure if we're gonna get blocked, but if we are, then I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Second thing, on my own time, I've been trying to start building... That was a weird way to phrase it. I have started building Raiden Shogun, and for that I need to do Serai Storm Chasers. So I've started that. I've done the first part, so I'm working on this off camera so that I can start building her. And then yeah, that's pretty much what I've done on my own time. Now
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often.
I know, right? I know,
How
right?
greedy of me.
We have Nahida here. And, obviously I just got Raiden Shogun. So when it comes to pity, I'm pretty much at a 0. So I was thinking, should we start building up that pity? We're gonna start building up pity. That's all. That's all. Orbs. Hi, Noelle. Let's give you, a constellation. Yeah. By the way, how much does that make for my Noelle? Oh, I don't have that much. Ooh, nice. Thank you. Swear to God, I'm gonna bring her back soon. I loved Noelle so much. I'm not a huge fan of the, like, her outfit looks very skeleton-y, and I don't really enjoy that, but other than that, I love her. Alright. Should we do another one? Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm okay with that. Lion's Roar. Well, that was disappointing. What else is new? One more, then we'll start. I'm not saving these for anyone. If I would save these for anyone, it would be for Nahida, so...
Hey, boss. The name's Gaming. I'm a guard from the communications office. So, all this needs shipping, right? No. You grab a seat and have some tea. I'll get these packed up for you, no problem. It'll only take me a minute, then we can get the delivery scheduled. Oh, and if you ever want to book a wushu dance, me and my crew are available in a heartbeat. The troupe's called the Mighty Mythical Beasts, and I'm the head. Not to brag or anything.
Since when do these screens talk? Since when do we get dialogue during wishes? What the heck? And first of all, how did he pronounce that? All I see is gaming. Wow. No idea who you are, but welcome. I see you're fiery. And you have a cutie? Aww. Is that a new thing? Well, it has to be a new thing. It wasn't there before. Or a new character thing. Who the heck are you?
So this is a day.
This is a day. This really is a day. You're gaming. So am I. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. These are not tears.
The life of the traveler.
Okay.
I'm learning more about you all the time.
Who the what?
I'll start my warm-up routine.
Warm-up because you're fire. Oh. Uh-huh.
Sorry, pal.
Well, welcome. Okay, that was some first impression. Alright,
My experiment.
that was a good start building pity. So that one day I will get another cool one. Alright, let's get started. That was a good warm-up. Also, I was doing a side quest where I need to go talk to someone around here, but I was afraid to do that step so that I don't trigger main story stuff. Like this.
We've made it to Amanoma Smithy!
We made it!
Ah, it's been a while.
Pardon me, I'd like to ask a question if I may.
Of course. Go ahead.
About the Raiden Gokuden. Could you tell me that story one more time?
No. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaede Harakazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
It was not that long ago.
Oh, yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
What was the reason behind their decline?
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed.
Story time?
In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaede Harakazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokunin, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale. The Raiden Gokunin were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphaned son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokunin. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokunin. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
The legend of the Raiden Gokunin has changed. Someone else attacked the swordsmiths. Oh yes! 'Cause, oh my god, yes! Last time, it seemed like the balladeer managed to wipe himself from history, I guess? And Paimon sure doesn't remember him. So, what else has changed? It looks like the balladeer did something in Irminsul, but it seems Niwa still died.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Have you seen Kazuha recently?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea. He seemed well.
Phew, so he still exists. And he's the same Kazuha I know. Things don't seem as bad as I feared last night. That's all. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? Your expression says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon.
Oh, you poor little thing. If only you knew.
On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be right behind you.
Go to the Yashiro Commission. That's not the map. This is the map. Oh yes. I was doing the Raiden Shogun stuff. I have now unlocked this. Exploration progress 6%. And that made me notice that, oh, I still have something in here. Should probably unlock that at some point as well. Or maybe that quest will do that for me. I don't know. We shall see. I have a lot to catch up on. I'll get there. One tiny step at a time.
We're here! This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters, so...
Traveler! It's been a while.
Hello.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not here right now.
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent, you're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
Thank you. We'll take you up on that offer. Can we take a walk in the courtyard?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
Close? I mean, I have her in my party.
We'll be heading in then. Thanks!
Hello, dears. Is there something you want to say?
Ma'am, can I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are. Miss Kamisato has told me about you.
There's a pink flower in your hair.
What would you like to know?
How are the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato these days?
Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings and occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the Commissioner's behalf. As for the Commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although, he does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
So pretty much business as usual on the Yashiro Commission, huh?
I feel like whoever voices that woman, I feel like they are a young person trying to sound old. That's what it comes off as.
Very much so.
Ayato is still the Yashiro Commissioner. Ayaka is still the Lady of the House. No changes there. As far as I can see, nothing's changed in the Yashiro Commission either. I was expecting as much, but it's still a big relief to know that the Kamisato siblings are both safe and well.
Well, got any more questions?
That's all for now. Many thanks.
You're very welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. But I'm sure you must be far too busy to have time for that. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend, and she's always saying how talented you are and how much she admires you. I must say, many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. So you're not just Miss Kamisato's knight in shining armor, you know. You're a hero to us all.
I'm flattered.
Alright, goodbye for now. Where are we going next?
To Tarazuna.
Great! Goodbye, ma'am! Don't worry, we'll see ourselves out.
All right then. Take care now. Hope to see you soon.
I really
No.
hope we don't.
Are you two leaving already?
I don't know, I just found her voice really annoying. Not her voice, just the way she talked.
Yep, everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Nothing's changed there. Alright. Let's see if it's enough if I just talk to this dude and, yeah. I might actually just cut this out so that it's not taking episode space. We'll see. This is, from my understanding, day 3, I think? Or day 4? Day 3? I don't remember anymore. I've done at least 2 days, that much I remember. Hi. Finally, at long last, it's done. Fortunately, I remember these specifications. So we're gonna purify the Tatarigami energy then. Well, as much as I would love to get in there and wrap this up, we must not act so rashly when faced with the Tatarigami. Moreover, some of the required materials I simply could not find, so I had to make do with some last-minute substitutions. The result being that the reliability of this device is somewhat... Let me just say that in some circumstances, it may not achieve the desired efficacy. It can be used normally just fine, yes, but I doubt that it can withstand any accidents. The slightest jolt will likely knock some of the components out of place. As such, we still require a little more preparation before we can put our new friend here to work. I'd like you to go near Mikage Furnace and record some data for me. Consider it done. Thank you very much. I'll be waiting for you here. So, you're not technically busy right now, so can I continue my quest? No. Oh, for fudge's sake. Looks like I'm gonna have to do this whole day. Just a sec. It doesn't matter if I make sure the night before that I've cleared that out, because it's just gonna pop back in the next day. So I would have had to do it this morning, which was just not an option.
What's one more?
Hiya. How's life?
Whirling snow. Embrace the ice.
Embrace the ice. Ooh, water. Yes, water. Thank you. Beautiful. Ice, baby. Ooh, hello.
My apologies.
Why are you not frozen? Dude, you need to die. Here we go. You're not freezing! Hello, that was mean. Yeah, sure.
Take flight.
Oh, I should have used this. There we go.
Sumetsu.
Well, that's actually good because I need these hand guards. Thank you. Is there any more? No. Cool. Okay. So, which ones are we dealing with? Take a picture. Why is my camera not equipped? Equip. I did not unequip it. How did it unequip? A picture? No! 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 No!
Cheap tricks.
Does that count? No. I can't do this! I'm gonna die here!
Animal hypostasis.
Woo!
Break my glasses. Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Need to make
Oh, hello, hi. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. I can't be doing this shit here. Whoa, dudes. You hit hard.
My apologies.
Oh, shoot. They're dead. You don't have to do that. Alright. Healing. How the hell do I take a picture? I thought I did. Do I need to save it? Oh, that. Okay, I just needed to save it. Got it. GG. Easy peasy. Alright. Heal me. Thank you. Whew. Alright. So I need to get to down there. Down there. Oh, for fuck's sake, there's gonna be something in there, isn't it? Alright. Save. That didn't count. Am I not in that spot? Why is it not counting? Do I need to be like this? That counts it! My god. I had to take a photo up her skirt. Damn. Damn. Game.
Let's dance.
Dude, this better be it. For today, at least. So you have scouted the situation out? That I have. I have... Yo, yes, sure, take them. Great, let me see. We're in luck, it seems. The furnace is quite stable and the energy within is not yet oversaturated. At this level of concentration, my device will still hold out. Do we need to purify all that energy? If this device could do that, why I would have applied for a patent long ago. But our fine friend here can only decrease the energy level in a localized area. However, the reason for the deactivation of the furnace and the failure of its auto restart program is the high saturation of Tatarigami energy. As long as we find the area with the highest concentration and purify it, we should be able to restart the core. At that point, the furnace should restart, and beyond that point, any further issues will not be our concern. That's the plan, but before we execute it, I still have a few final preparations to make. Yay! Can I now do that? Yes! Let's see this. Cool. Now where do I need to go? Oh, well, I was right next to that, but okay. Oh, yes. Hi, dude.
Well, here we are. But what are we looking for? Something or someone?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Traveler and Paimon?
Xavier? What are you doing here?
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So what about you two?
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Do you know much about Tatarasuna?
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
How well do you understand the history of this area?
Like the back of my hand. Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true, the history here.
Go on, I'm listening.
Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The tale of Tatarasuna starts a long time ago. I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation, goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
Mechanic, huh? Looks like the doctor still sabotaged the furnace, leading to all the ensuing chaos.
Hey! Weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna? Come on, ask already!
I am.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
Pretty much. So, can I ask one more question?
Sure, go ahead.
Have you ever heard of kabuki mono connected to Tatarasuna?
A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is concerned.
So there's no more kabuki mono. Did the Palladir really manage to erase himself from history completely? Yet it feels like very little has changed. How sad of a thought is that? You can erase yourself from history and nothing really changes. That has got to be the saddest thing in the world. If so, he must have wanted to change the world and revert everything back to the way it was. But so far, it looks like the majority of changes have only affected himself. Thank you, Xavier.
Of course! Don't mention it.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Xavier.
Oh, you're most welcome. More than happy to help. Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for.
Time to go back and see Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling you. Keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. No matter what happens, Paimon will always be there for you.
Who? Why are you calling me a crocodile? Thank
Hey,
you.
don't mention it. Alright, let's head off and go meet Nahida.
Nahida. Echoes of history. Here we go. Wait, there's something more? What is something more? Oh. Well, I mean, might as well do that right now before we go. Could have done this in Sumeru as well, but it's close here.
Ad Astra.
Thank you.
Thank you for completing.
And then I've got some other stuffs here. I've done those, yes. And then I'm not navigating my quest. The Kapukimono's finale. Was that all that I needed the dude for? Just that one freaking tiny little cutscene? My god. This game really needs to learn that, you know, one NPC can have several quests. That's not what I wanted to check. Yeah. Just making sure that I'm navigating the right quest.
Hey, it's them!
Do not make me read anything.
Akaba,
Traumatized.
Sawada, you're still here?
Are you still talking about the essay?
Indeed we are.
Oh,
if you have a
for fuck's
moment,
sake.
we'd love for you to join us once more.
No. No. No.
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
I'm not reading anything.
It's the same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Obviously.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh? Should we join them?
No. Nahida. Now. Perfect. These two researched Tatarasuna's past. Let's hear what they have to say. Oh, God.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress.
The article that you let me read last time was great. Can I read it again? No! No! I am not. No! I'm crying. No! You cannot put me through that again.
Oh, of course.
Do not. No! No!
I presume you'll want to read mine as well.
No!
Yeah.
No! 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 I'm done. The content has changed. I don't care. Another effect of tampering with the information in Irminsul. The balladeer said he'd erased 2 of his names, but if he really succeeded, it must have taken all his might. But still,
Well, what do you think?
a masterpiece.
Hey, Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back from Inazuma. So how about we tell them what we learned?
Sure.
What did you find out? Something big?
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
You tell the 2 writers that you...
Wow. So many new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Amanoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
And they're back at it. These guys are really into this.
We've got some things to take care of. Bye for now.
Oh, so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you. Thank you so much for the information.
You're welcome.
Welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Oh, I won't.
Will do.
I never want to talk to you guys again. They make me read stuff. I used to like reading. Now I hate it. Traumatized. You guys don't know how much fun I had editing that part from the last episode. I had so much fun. I was laughing my ass off. Hi, Nahida.
Nahida, we're here! Traveler, Paimon, how have you been? Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then she decided she wanted to go to Inazuma.
I was investigating the situation with the balladeer. Oh, this is gonna confuse Paimon.
The balladeer? It sounds like some kind of code name.
Wait, she doesn't know anymore? Oh no.
You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
I thought that she at least would still have that knowledge. Even Nahida doesn't remember. Just like last time, any changes to Irminsul affect her as well. The balladeer acted quickly. He finished erasing himself before Nahida could stop him. How does one just know how to do that? I'm the only one who still remembers the things that were erased. Once again, I am the record keeper.
Traveler? Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
There are things that have happened that only I can remember. I have to tell you the truth. With a heavy heart, you piece back together the story that was broken and scattered across time. Click to continue! Click to continue! This is the happiest day of my Genshin life. This is the happiest day of my Genshin life. Click to continue! Alright. Oh my god. I'm gonna utilize this. Sip of water and it's still there. Sorry. There once was one named the Balladeer, created by the Electro Archon. He was a puppet who lived among men. After a series of events in Tadarasuna, the Balladeer, thinking he had been thrice betrayed, left Inazuma to roam the world beyond. With no trust for humans and only loathing for the gods, he bore his grudge for years as he grew in strength, then returned to Inazuma to take his revenge. He tried in vain to become a deity with a gnosis and ended up losing everything. Finally, he entered Irminsul and learned the truth behind his betrayal. Knowing now that his entire life was built on lies, he did the unthinkable in an attempt to reverse his tragic fate.
That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past. But how was he even able to do that?
I know.
As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality. So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because... well, because he literally changed the world?
Yes.
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The Traveler comes from a world beyond Javat. That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. And it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect her. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
You can say that again.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this Balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it? I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that.
I'm really not sure. We were enemies after all. I don't know his perspective on all this, so I can't say why he did something so extreme. Did he want to reset everything? Or save someone? Or did he want to completely undo his existence? Everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all. Maybe that's all there is to it. I still remember the question he asked. He asked me specifically, and my hesitation gave him his answer. I hesitated because I witnessed Greater Lord Rukkhadevata erase her own existence, but I can't tell Nahida that. To put it another way, I know why the Balladeer was so sure it could work, but I can't tell them that.
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share?
He chose such a radical option, and yet...
It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right?
Yes.
Once the balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. This story makes sense. Every part of it. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends. It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Yeah, he changed the world in many ways, and yet the dead still didn't get a second chance. Those fated to a tragic end could not be saved. What exactly did he want to fight back against? The betrayals in his life? Or did he wish he'd never existed at all?
Please wait a moment. I want to check something. Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that...
It's pretty?
I have a strange way of confirming everything she has told us.
A strange way?
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
Surprisingly, the information is presented to you in a way that resembles a fairy tale.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
There was no click to continue. This matches everything I said.
I authored this record myself.
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the balladeer?
When combined with the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabuki mono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the balladeer entered Irminsul.
She knew this could happen.
That's incredible! What a great idea!
And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew she'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one she told us. The now erased life of the balladeer. There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread.
The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good. Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer's story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail, that Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
I've never had this feeling before. It feels like life is as insignificant as a feather.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination. And that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Nahita's right. Cheer up! How about we go get something
something to eat. We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
Are you gonna start listing foods again?
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take her out for a walk to clear her head?
You got it! Come on, Traveler! You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk. Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar! That'll be sure to lift our spirits. It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
Pet the Duke.
We're here! What should we eat first?
I have a nagging feeling like there's something I'm missing. Something important that I'm forgetting.
Hey! Are you gonna answer or what?
Sorry, it's just... give me a minute. I'm still processing.
Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat.
Come on, brain. Let's dig this out. It's gotta be in there somewhere. It was something about Irminsul and deleting oneself. Greater Lord Rukadevada, Forbidden Knowledge, Nahida.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
That was it. Greater Lord Rukadevada. She said that no one can erase themselves from existence, not even her. Otherwise, why would she need to create her own reincarnation in Lesser Lord Kusanali to do the deletion for her? There would be no point.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
I can't tell Paimon. She doesn't know about Greater Lord Rukadevada. But this is a crucially important detail. It's simply not possible for the Balladeer to completely erase his own existence. In which case, the question is, what happened to him?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Hey! Hey, wait!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid! Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
That's the Balladeer.
He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsettias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsettias, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now?
Let's follow him.
Okay, stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
Sneaky mode. Got it. I'm so good at that.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetias? Isn't that a bit too cruel?
Shush.
Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
If I wasn't seeing this with my own eyes, I would never believe it.
Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us!
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice.
You're right, we were following you.
Have we met before? No, we haven't met. But you know me?
Yes.
I have no recollection.
It's complicated, but I do know you.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
I can prove it. You're a puppet.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right! The look on his face!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important.
There's somewhere I want to take you.
Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Alright.
Then let's return to the city.
This is getting so weird. In a good way, but weird. Aha! God dang. Navigating.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
No one.
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry?
But
anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't... No, you're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
Okay.
Let the show be.
Let the show be. Whee!
Nahida! Nahida! What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk.
You tell Lesser Lord Kusanelli what happened in the Grand Bazaar.
You say that you are trekking across to Vat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called, previous incarnation.
Oh, like a past life or something?
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation?
Asshole.
Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation.
We're just trying to think where to start.
If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear. But I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
Nahida tells the Wanderer about his past.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
We were each other's enemies.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street! He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
Paimon, you
Lesser
done?
Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Okay.
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Understood.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
Enter the memory. Reminiscent drift. This is a really big thing. Oh, maybe I really should leave this for next time. This is not even just a cutscene, it's a whole dungeon. Hang on, I'm checking at the clock. I still need to edit a video if I want to get it out today. You know what, we're gonna leave this for next time, otherwise there's no way I'm getting a video out today. So, yeah. We're gonna leave that here for today. And next time we're gonna enter the memory. I'm gonna actually, just in case, not that, again, that's not map. Why do I keep thinking that's map? Let me get myself out of here, far away from that, so that I'm not accidentally triggering those kinds of things. Let me get myself here, because I'm probably going to be spending a lot of time on Inazuma while I do these side quests on my own time. And try to build Raiden Shogun as well. I also need to build Yelan and just so many other characters. So yeah, I haven't done a lot for Raiden Shogun right now, because I can't, because, you know, I need these. And for that, I need the side quest chain that I've been doing. So, you know, prerequisite quest. Sarai Storm Chasers. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I am going to continue doing side quests on my own time, trying to build my characters and stuff like that. And next time we'll continue. I'm guessing we will be finishing the inversion of Genesis. It kind of sounds like it, but it still sounds like there's a lot to go through, so we're gonna leave it for next time. There's no way I'm finishing that today. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing, but today we're gonna leave it here. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!